Anyways, all right. So, last game, we started out with talking about what Melanie did on the trip, outside the keep, to try to bond with Cord Thunder. She, helped clear up some trouble between an awakened celebrity tree and a group of village children. She stopped a doppelganger who was ripping off people when it came to horse prices, and she stopped a local group of bandits that was being led around by a succubus. I don't know, like it was a pretty productive week. Of course, this didn't really do anything. So Melanie went to the small temple of Cord and Valido and try to find some answers. She found a cleric named Shawn who was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And yeah, and then she got into a spat with Aoife because Aoife wanted to find Shar's relic. And then there was a spat, and then Aoife was like, "Well, I spend more time with your kids." And anyways,
Oh,
yeah, it was
yeah.
yeah, it was a zinger. Um,
It was a zinger.
kids, you kids. I don't know what you kids use for like freaking. Anyways, Zaitari sent out a few sendings to Alexandria to see if there was any connections she could use to find out about Dorinatho, Shar, whatnot. Uh, Alexandria also relayed back that Danvers' most recent endeavor was trying to apply for entry into Algor. Um, Zaitari also sent a message to Eagle Eye to see if anybody in the commune knew anything about black dragons on this continent, in particular Gadarn. Eagle Eye said she'd probably have to ask around because she didn't have that information at the top of her head. Nenri attempted to find some information on several things for the party in Stephen's Tower. Only
Stefan.
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 Stefan. Only he couldn't really work there because of too many feline related distractions. On a related note, on feline related distractions, Eva was approached by Henry while meditating on Shar because Stefan was again depressed about his past relationship. Aoife suggested above alcohol, which Henry took in exchange for some shiny coins he produced from his fur. We don't know how. And but came back later because the man was suffering a hangover and was asking about hangover cures. Um, Danica met up with Rain in the tavern, and Rain had noticed that Danica probably came by after a job because there were some small bits of evidence that led her to believe so. The pair spoke in the back room while Aoife hid in the cupboard, listening in on the conversation. Danica told Rain what she could about her client. Basically, her client was dealing in both coin and blackmail material in exchange for Danica's services. Probably somebody deep in the political scene. Always dealt with her and with their employees with a middleman. Went by few aliases, Smoke, Miss, Stone being a few of them. They're always pretty nondescript though. Nothing particularly used too often. Um, Danica also did rive in thieves' cant that there were others looking for them as well. Aoife attempted to follow Danica after she left the tavern, but lost her when she turned invisible. Um, Before Lady Lavoie's party, Rain asked Persephone if she could babysit Shattuck for the evening, which she agreed to. The party went to the Victory Day party. Uh, informal wear, except informal wear. Let's see. Melanie struck up a conversation with Sir Randall Keith Orton. He was a douchebag, apparently, who was a legendary beast slayer of some kind, or so he bragged about. Rain spoke with Lay the Void and her friend Charlene Page, a exotic pet merchant who was interested in hearing about your new friend Moose. And Aoife spoke at length with a fellow martial artist named Senti Chai, goes by San, uh, who was associated with the band. Isidore had told Zaitari that Maite was telling her about this new up and coming band and that they were going to be competition. Uh, the After the band played, uh, Rain, San, and Aoife noticed there was the scent of burning wood coming from the kitchen. Normally, this wouldn't be unusual, but most of the strongest scent that had been coming there previously was of food being cooked for the party. And then bursting through the door came a lot of undead on fire. The cooks and servants slaughtered all over the ground in the kitchen. And yeah, then we got some undead besieging the estate. So yeah, uh, Tilda, why don't you pop your token near that gate in the front over there? I'll put Theo's as well. And you can then roll initiative, and I will roll initiative for him. So where is his token?
This gate?
No, this gate behind here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys.
You're good.
There he is.
No, but I didn't, pop into the fight in the back like you guys wanted.
I feel like it makes sense for you to come to the front gate. I mean, that's where you would go. Yeah.
Theo's huge!
I've got the necromancer stunned, so the back portion's not like immediately dire yet. But the bone giant also hasn't noticed me yet, so.
By the way, DM, in my notes from the last time I played, I have nuclear chickens and sheepdog puppies with ethereal tails.
Yeah, you're working on like why these
okay, so
these,
that's an ongoing.
That's an ongoing thing. That's an ongoing thing.
It hasn't been fixed.
No,
yet.
it has not
Okay.
been fixed yet. So Theo rolled 14 in total. So let me add that.
Right, I gotta.
Why won't you let me add things, game?
Are you doing a turn out of turn?
Yeah, hold on. Oh, there it is. For some reason the blue button got clipped out. I just had to close it and
happens.
reopened. Alright, so he is at 14. And Tilda, what did you roll?
Give me a second.
Yep.
My character sheet only just opened, so 18.02.
Alright. Alright, 18.02. So you are going... Alright, let me drag... Here. So you will go when the next
My
turn order...
God.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit. So I'm just going to write it down and I'll put you there once turn order, top of the order gets back. So you're 18.2 just in case I lose things. He was at 14, and he's definitely more dexterous than the skeletons. All right.
Am I not more dexterous than the necromancer or the bone giant?
Well, we're in the middle of the order, so top of the order.
Fair enough.
So Tilda, you arrive. You teleport in. You just, you weren't feeling well as of the effects of symptoms and effects of pregnancy.
Yeah.
And and Theo's like, well, it looks he is just like stunned. Yep. And as you look,
I think we both are.
Yeah, there is. Well, you see immediately to your right, Melanie, in a beautiful, elegant dress, currently fighting two lich hounds and a ghoul that looks like it was made of tar, but now it's flaming tar.
Sure.
In front of the open doors to the Lavoy estate is a skeleton that is on fire.
Uh-huh.
Inside the estate, which is becoming increasingly smoky inside, it is very clear that the estate is also on fire, and there is a lot of screaming coming from the estate. So we'll go to Zaitari's turn while you guys collect yourselves.
Sure.
Zaitari, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna take a look at what spells I have left. Hold up.
By the way, question.
Mm-hmm.
The tar ghoul
Mm-hmm.
that's on fire,
Yes.
does it look like the fire is hurting it or that it's enjoying being on fire?
It is neutral to the fire. It doesn't
Okay.
seem like it notices on fire. It doesn't seem like it's in pain of any kind.
Sure. Okay.
It seems like it's fine.
Let's see. I believe the animated objects were right around here.
Yes.
So, as a bonus action, I'm going to command them to attack these ghost wolves, starting with this one.
Okay. Are you okay, Lynn?
Oh, it's just like, sorry.
Okay. I was like, are you
go?
do you need to go to the bathroom?
Yeah. Sounded
Oh.
a little like throw-uppy.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was just a regular hiccup. It must have just been weird in my throat. My apologies. I didn't think it was that loud.
All right. Yep. I have the okay. So
Ooh.
they are
+8 to hit,
+8,
and one of them crit.
right? +8.
Yep.
All right.
Mhm.
So everything but the 5 hits.
Okay.
Are you
So
and are you
still-
targeting one or both?
I mean, I don't know how dead they are.
They
would-
look fairly unscathed, except for the one right in front of, like right here. That
Okay.
looks like it's taken hit. They both look like they could probably take a few hits.
Okay. Then we'll. No, I just want to make sure this one dies. So. Oh yeah, 40.
40?
Oh wait, no. No, it wouldn't be +40. It would be 36. Because one of them was a crit. So it's still 10d4, but one of them was a crit, so that doesn't get counted. Alright, 61 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right, 61 points. Is this considered magical?
It's up to you.
Okay.
Animate objects is the spell, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it right now. I'm object.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if animate objects would make them magical, or if they're just objects that are being animated, so...
Yeah, my internet is being dick right now for some reason. Oh, there it goes. Comes to life.
Yeah, no, it doesn't specify in the spell, so...
Oh,
Mike
okay.
Merrills of something says that it's not. I don't know if that's a D&D person.
Mike Merles.
Yes.
Yeah, Mike Merles.
Oh, that
Mhm.
asshole. Ugh.
Let me... What is it?
He is a
Sagebrush?
D&D person, but, you know, he's also an asshole.
Reddit also says that they are non-magical.
I'm
that was
looking up
the-
on Sage Advice, because normally that's where... Okay, yeah, it's just Mike Morals. But most people say that it's non-magical, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna go with, because you're like you're making them float and stuff like that, but like
Yeah, I
you
mean,
toss a
it's up to
rock.
you, so.
So all right, so it doesn't look like it takes as much damage as it should.
Okay. Still took a lot, though.
Oh, it still took a decent chunk of damage. Would you like to
Yep.
move or anything of the sort?
Yeah, I'm gonna move... Just want to be able to... Whoop, no, I don't want to move myself. I just want to... Perfect. Okay. And then I'm going to fire Eldritch Blasts with my action.
Ew.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yes.
Alright, to the same monster. Unfortunately, it
Yeah.
goes wide. Nearly like.
Obviously.
Oh,
that's a
okay.
crit.
That's a nice one.
Making
yeah,
up for it.
Jeez.
so that's 22, 32. Alright, that looks like. Are you hitting the target? Oh, that's
No.
that's a.
I'm hitting this.
Okay, 32. Alright, still up.
Well, it
That's-
should be easy for you to take out, Melanie.
That's the crowd I wanted. Okay,
So
sorry.
I moved here, and then I'm just gonna go back up a little bit more, and I'm done.
You hit a fire boy?
Huh?
You hit the one that's on fire? You said the fire.
No, the
Oh.
wolf that's in front of Melanie.
Okay.
All right.
Because I figured you were waiting for that thing to come in so that you could kill it.
All right. Rain. Can I get? By the way, can I get active perception checks from? So you're outside, Aoife. Rain, Zaitari. Rain and Zaitari. Tegan and Isadora will also take one.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I'm so good at these. Oh, yes.
Rain. So there's a lot of things happening right now, right?
Yeah, there's
yeah.
going down.
Yeah, the crackling of fire, the roaring of fire behind you towards the kitchen, the screaming partygoers. But you think you hear something. You swear you hear something upstairs. Like the
Oh.
sound of
Oh.
like wood, like a large beam of wood cracking. That's about it. All right, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I was hidden on my last turn?
Yes, you're. I just assume you're always hidden, unless
Uh,
we're in an open field with sand at this point.
And even then, you're invisible, so it's like all you can see are footprints.
I am just in range of
Not even that.
the guy that's on fire down here near Melanie.
Yes.
So I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Okay.
I don't have a crossbow.
I was gonna say
no,
that
I'm
you don't-
not.
Right,
I was gonna say,
because
you're gonna...
you'd have to throw one of your daggers. All right.
I'll
all
just
right.
step out here and.
Are
get
you
him.
going to try to avoid?
Oh, I didn't even see that guy.
What's that?
That's a
Yeah.
that's a flaming skeleton.
Oh, goody.
I'm gonna disengage past him.
Okay, that's fair.
Use my bonus action to disengage past him.
Okay, that's good.
Alright, you know what? Just fucking hit me.
Okay.
Try it.
All right, I'll try it.
Okay.
Nope. Well, unless your AC is currently a 6, I think you can.
No, it's not quite that bad.
Okay, you're fine.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think you have to have a negative dex score to get that low.
Well, okay. I need to.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. It's in this. No, it's in the other book. I need like 12 tables around me. 'Cause I'm running out
Ah, I see.
of desk space. Gotar. There it is. Just making sure. Okay. Yep. Alright, so he is currently at that. You did that much damage. Yeah, he collapses in a pile of flaming, smolderingness.
Kind of wave to Tilda, look at Melanie like, you got this?
I give you a thumbs up.
Run back inside. Something's going upstairs. I don't know. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, he took his attack, so. Isadora is going to. She has inspiration.
She does.
Yes, she does. It's your inspiration because she gave Tegan hers, I believe, or somebody's.
I think I gave Tegan
Okay.
inspiration.
You gave them both inspiration. All right. Well, this magic item I gave her is not gonna do anything good. Did I give her the other one? No, she wouldn't have it on her because she's in a fucking dress. Uh. All right. She's gonna try to persuade this crowd to start. It's only one skeleton. She figures Rain has it. She's gonna try to start persuading this crowd to come towards the front door since it seems like there's less enemies there. Oh wow, okay. And they look like they acknowledge what she says. And yeah. Okay. She will give you inspiration, Zaitari. I
Okay.
believe that is a D6 because she's not that high leveled. She's,
Okay.
she's
Yeah, I have
working
a
on
D6
it.
marked from last time.
All right. So that's another one. Melanie.
Hi.
Hey.
Well, my target's dead.
Well, this one's getting close to being
You've
dead.
still got 2.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I don't need the.
We have to have the kill steal talk again. No.
I will. What's this person? It's just hard for me to see.
Flaming skeleton.
Okay. I will attack this lower health one right here.
Okay.
Really quickly. Oh, my sheet isn't open. I must have closed it by accident. 1 sec. So there's 1.
Okay, that will hit. So it's
2.
14, 29. Yep.
Still up?
Yep. Alright, hold on.
Damn. I'm assuming that's overkill, but okay.
Hold on. Plus 29. And then plus 12, plus 19, I believe. It is still up.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's it.
Melanie, you do recognize these hounds. These are the same hounds that were around when you were in the palace.
Which palace?
The one in Valido. With the dragon cult.
Oh.
It's been a while, I know. There's
Yeah,
so
I
many
remember
flaming dogs I can throw at you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember they had me down on the ground. I was about to get eaten, and turned out.
Would you
Well-
like to?
Well, at least one of us remembers.
No, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
Well, actually, yeah, because I can't move through them, so I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay. The burning skeleton, Rain, are you visible since you disengaged?
Yeah, I'm visible because I used my the action to the bonus action to dash. So,
All right.
Yeah.
This guy is going to step up to you then, and he is going to attempt to use his flaming short sword to hit you. One is a 12. Does 12 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay. The other one though is a 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. So he hits you. His short sword is on fire. You will take 5 points of piercing damage, as well as 3 points of fire damage.
Question, DM. I didn't say this. I said I had all the daggers on me.
Pretty much.
Would it make? I think it makes sense, but I'll run it past you.
You
to
want-
have attuned to the dagger since I could have.
I mean,
Since I didn't have the things that would not allow me to attune to them.
I assume you would have,
Okay, just
because they would be the only magical weapons you have on you other than your ring. So that's 3 items, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, that'll be 5, and then 3 down to 1.
Okay. Well, in the kitchen,
Oh boy.
Jeez. They can't even get to him, so they're just gonna have to go. All right. How smart are these guys? They're
They're dumb. They're
They're-
skellies.
well, they're dumb, but they're not as dumb as like. They might be as. I think they're like smarter than dogs. It looks like they're smarter than dogs.
They're probably smarter than Ronnie, honestly.
Actually, no, but all
You
right,
get a 7.
all right. They saw you run out, so
Yeah,
I'm.
they did. I ran like on top of them.
Yeah, they saw you run out, so I'm gonna see what. All right, so that's not a d20. Okay, so. Okay. 2 of them are gonna follow you out. 2 of them are gonna start going to the party area. So how far can these guys run again? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're just gonna dash.
Mhm.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're just gonna dash over here. And 1, 2, 3. Sup, crowd? 1,
Oh no.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's see if this crowd is as lucky as the last crowd. Okay, so dos attacks. All right, so they both hit, and then so there are 3 hits on the crowd. This crowd blue. They have that many hit points, so I'll just get 3 of these dice out. Just dump the whole bag. There you go. Alright, so they will take, well, it's disappointing. So 3, 6, 6 is 12, so that's 12 points of piercing damage. And how many points of fire damage? That is an addition of 6, so 18. So that has 18. Let's see if that killed somebody. Okay, so there are 2 people in crowd blue who burned to death.
Oh shit!
Yep. So blue is
That's
now
quick.
yeah. So blue is now down to 8 people. Right, catch up. All right.
These
Excellent.
flames work exceptionally quickly.
Well, they cut them up with swords, and then, they're wearing, like, nice dresses and material that actually catches well on fire.
Yeah.
It's Crowd Blue's turn. Let's see what they do.
Not to be a glutton for punishment, but there are 2 skeletons up at the top that didn't act. This one
Oh.
and this one.
Okay. They're just gonna, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, that one's gonna try to attack you. That one rolled a 1, and then he rolled a 13. I think you're fine.
I'm fine.
You're fine. I didn't even have to do anything. I mean, they didn't. Alright, so Crowd Blue is going to either act normally, run around like the chicken's cut off, or do nothing. They're going to actually act sensibly.
Hooray!
Yeah, they are going to disengage. So, 1, and nearly trample Tegan. 2, 3,
Oh god damn it! Don't
4, 5.
please don't kill my fiance.
He will. He dives and jives with the grace of a Harlem Globetrotter.
Hooray!
Right?
He rolled an actual 20 on his dexterity save throw. Okay.
Good.
Tegan is going to try to fire at Skelly Boys. Alright,
Please
I think
don't forget he has inspiration.
Inspiration, right. Tegan's character sheet, and he actually hits a Skelly Boy. Good
Yay.
for him. And it's a pistol. It's the pistol because he couldn't bring a massive gun with him. So that is. So that's 14. And that is 24. Alright, so he nearly decimates this skeleton, but is still standing. It barely looks like it.
Shoot it again.
He did both shots.
Oh.
He's gonna action surge. Why not? I mean, it's the only thing that's working out for him. Yeah, it's dead. This one's dead, and then let's see how much damage he does to the other one. Okay, not bad. Does a decent amount of damage. He is going to put himself in front of this door, just in case Skeleton tries to get past him. Crowd Purple is going to make its way to the window and attempt to open it. Okay, window is open, so they are attempting to go outside. It'll take a while, though, because there's 10 of them, and I don't know how they're coordinating this. The Targulages, one is going to hit San.
I thought you were going to say the Targulags.
Targulags. That would have been good. I've been watching a lot of Call of Duty streams lately.
Yeah.
Where's the Targles? It is going to attempt to bite. Nope. He dodges too much. Nope. Can't hit this man. The other ghouls are gonna be like, fuck it, we can't get to him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Both of these guys are going to expel some tar in front of them, or within a 5-foot square, within 5 feet of it. So this crowd, and the crowd has to make a dexterity saving throw. It saves against one. It miserably fails against the other. So this crowd will take that much fire damage, and since the tar is on fire, because they are on fire, that much. So one person dies from crowd green. So I will put that. Green is gone down to 9. Okay. Crowd yellow, which is the room you're in front of, Zaitari, is also gonna go towards the window.
Okay.
And going to start attempting to open it, which they start opening it, and people are starting to get out. Okay. San is going.
Also, I can't see inside that room, so I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm supposed to be able to.
Oh, all the doors are open unless you physically close them. Well, the doors the crowds went through are open.
Yeah.
So you probably see through that window. So, oh yeah, and I need to reveal those areas because I'm stupid.
No,
So-
it's okay. I just wanted to mention, they're black, that's all.
Sorry, I forgot. I made these all dark for a reason. Alright, you see those rooms. San is going to... he's gonna do... Fuck this shit. What does he... Okay. Alright. I need to check something. Because he is getting frustrated being in this corner.
So which one is this person?
This guy. Hold on. This guy in the
Chat?
back. Over here.
Okay.
Yep.
I just want to call him Chanticleer, but I won't. Did anyone get that reference? No.
Rockadoodle
Is
doo.
that the chicken?
Yes.
Oh, God, it's been a long time since I watched that movie.
I watched that movie so many times when I was a kid.
What movie?
Rockadoodle Doo.
Oh, yeah, no, I've never seen it.
It's a Don Bluth movie.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. I love Don Bluth movies. It's one of the ones I've not seen, though.
Haven't seen it in a very long time.
It's so good.
That owl was fucking scary, man.
Yes, it was.
yeah.
Oh my fucking god. I was
I
terrified.
Don't remember
Terrified
enough of that movie. Was it really weird?
Yes.
Kind of.
Okay.
It's a farm. There's a kid on the farm, and in the middle of a storm, he turns into a mouse, and the farm gets washed away.
I thought he was a kitten.
Yeah, he was a kitten.
Yeah. And he has to go find Chanticleer, a rooster, who will crow and make the sun rise again to make the rain stop.
It
Oh
was-
yeah.
It's like a weird, seedy, underground, like jazz kind of community. And
Yeah, it's like Chanticleer is a like washed up Vegas singer.
I always thought of Elvis when I saw him, but
Yes,
I was
yeah,
also
you're supposed
kind
to,
of young. Okay.
Okay.
A weird movie.
It was. And because it was part real and part animated, I was terrified that the owl, like a branch, would come in through my grandparents' living room window where I was sleeping, and like the owl would come in and, eat me or something.
it instilled in me a healthy fear of drowning, because that was a major plot point.
Sure,
Wow.
fair enough.
He's gonna spend the key point, step of the wind, because he's sick of this shit.
Mhm.
And
Bye, Chanticleer.
and then he is going, using his bow effect, cast prismatic spray.
Oh, hell yeah.
So 8. So there's 3. Ketchup. Sweetie.
There's 3 ketchup.
Hey, you're okay. Is this what you wanted? No. Okay. 8. Each is a 60-foot cone. Alright, D8. It is a 2. It is acid damage. Fuck it. Dexterity saving throws. They're undead, so they're not really like that dexterous. What is the bow's DC? Okay. Alright. 10d6. I'm just gonna have a dice roller.
Want to have to do that much math? Come on. Still hiccups.
Okay. So you will take 32. You will also take 32, and you will also take 32 points of damage. All right, that's a good chunk, but Mr. Giant is over there. That's good. Cause it's the Lich Hound's turn. Sup, Melanie?
Yo.
No, wait, it's not the Lich Hound's turn. Okay.
No.
Rain. Do you remember that loud sound you heard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, and Zaitari, you have full view of this. So let me just bring these
Coming down
guys.
the ceiling.
Yeah. Bring this. There you go. There he is.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, DM. Sometimes I thought you've gone a little easy on us in battle, but I take that back.
All right, there they are. There are these 2 hulking figures that crash through the ceiling. You kind of see at this point the ceiling is there is like a full-on fire upstairs as well. These beings are large. They have large bony appendages that look like they can go pretty far. And this one that just landed on top of crowd yellow is going to start slicing into some people after it goes out of the way. I'll give the crowd an attack of opportunity. They probably have one or two fighter types there. Maybe. I did have Randall Keith Orton there. Okay. Improvised weapon.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, they probably just hit. Okay, multi-attack. That did not hit. Alright, so somebody gets a chair and wail and just cracks it across this thing's back.
Hit him with the chair.
He's coming in with a steel chair. Anyways, sorry, I got too excited. That is a D6. 2. Does it do full damage? Yes. However, now it has its attention. Multi-attack.
So I guess we're just culling nobles now, are we?
1 miss. 1 hit.
This might just be like
7.
petty traders and stuff. Maybe
12.
you know, with a decent amount of money.
Let's hope so.
Alright, there are now 9 members of Team Yellow. Okay. That's its turn. This one over here, can't get over there, so he's probably gonna go around. So, he is going to go 30 feet. Yoink, yoink, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi there, Tegan! How you doing? He's regretting all his choices at this party.
Please don't kill my fiance.
All of his choices?
Not all of his choices, just probably coming to this party. What's
Okay.
his...
Phone calls are so nasty.
These are not the, these are not as high as you think they are. But,
Okay.
yeah, these are a
Different
little
phone call.
downgraded. Because, you know, I'm not that mean. But still. So 1 hit. 10 plus, so 15 damage. Yeah,
Alright.
Tegan just takes a gash across the chest, and he's just, oh, fuck. Okay, that's their turn. Now it's the Lich Hounds. Now it's the Lich Hounds. Alright, so the first one, Melanie, is going to attempt to bite you. With a 9.
9 to hit.
Yeah. The other
Oh,
one
doesn't know.
hits with a 24.
Jesus. That's not a crit though, right?
No, it's not a crit.
Yeah,
That's
that's
20.
fine,
Yeah,
then.
so that is 6 points of piercing damage. Could you please make a strength saving throw? As it tries to. You're fine. You're fine.
Oh.
It's like
I was actually just about to say I'd re-roll that. You said it was 6 damage.
Yeah, 6 damage. Tries to leap on, like push you to the ground as it takes a bite into your shoulder, but you're just looking at it. You look at your shoulder. It's like, bitch, please. The other hound,
Jeez.
going to attempt to get San. 1 will hit him. And he will do more damage. 14 points to this guy. I think he's still fine. He looks fine. Where's his hit points? Oh yeah, he's fine. He's perfectly fine. He's just like, what the fuck? Oh, strength saving throw. Yeah, he's fine. Crowd green. Crowd Green are losing their shit. In fear. They do nothing.
Well, they did just see this thing drop from the ceiling.
They
next
just
to
see they're in a tar. Actually, does
Mhm.
anything happen on the start of their turn? Takes damage. 1d3 rounds. They're busy putting out the fire that's at their feet.
Understandable.
The bone giant. It's like, sup, bro. Sand's just like, I didn't fuck it. Wow. Wow, that sucks. How much would that be? Alright, so San is way too nimble for this fucknut. And, like ducks and dodges, like, pirouetting around because this guy can't hit the broadside of a goddamn barn.
I was gonna say,
Aoife.
please don't kill my friend.
Oh.
My new monk friend. I'm beating the shit out of this necromancer.
Yeah, you are beating the shit out of this necromancer.
I'm just gonna say right now, I'm gonna do a flurry of blows. Everything's at advantage, because he's stunned, +2 to all the damage, and I'll stunning strike on the first one.
Alright, let me get his HP. He's probably dead. So he's 14. Right?
Yep, 14 damage, stunning strike.
Yep. He might be dead.
Oh,
Let me check. 'Cause I wasn't
I
on the
only
right
hit him
page.
twice.
He's paper. He's paper.
Yeah, I killed one of those real fast.
He's paper. Would you like to do anything else?
I'm gonna start punching the skellies around me.
Okay.
This one up here first, no advantage, but it's a skeleton.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, you definitely hit.
10 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
Is it still up?
Yep. Oh, you take 5 points of fire damage.
Sure. 12 points of bludgeoning damage to him again.
Yep. He's still up.
Any more fire damage?
Yep. 1 point of fire damage.
Sweet. One more. 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, he's down.
Okay. And my last bit of fire damage.
Yep. 6 points.
6 points. All right, and I'm gonna use my tipsy sway to activate to do disengage. 'Cause I
Okay.
used a flurry of blows, and I'm gonna pop right over here and get right up cozy with his bone giant, and look between its legs over at Sand and give him a thumbs up.
Okay, cool. The necromancers are dead. Tilda, now it is your turn. You may act.
Okay. Finally. Jesus. Did Theo bring a weapon? That's different.
You don't see a weapon.
Okay, I would know that if he had one, though.
Yeah, they probably would have talked about it.
Yeah, you know he can summon one, so he's good.
Oh, good. Okay. I will cast haste on him then.
Okay.
And how's Melanie looking
Oh, she's
in
fine.
terms of health? Okay, great.
She's above 120.
Cool. Loving that. In that case, I will. Yes, I will. Hang on a second. I'm looking for haste. Haste. There it is. And I will say, I'll tell Theo, be safe, dearest. I'll try to stay out of the smoke. And
Okay.
go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here. And that's all I can really do.
All right. Cool. Zaitari.
I'm here. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nope, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, the animated objects are still going, so
Yep.
they're still gonna have a grand old time. I'm just gonna How does this one look? Pretty close to being dead.
Let me take a look. This one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty close.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll them one at a time until they dead.
Okay.
Okay, that's not gonna hit because it didn't hit last
yeah,
time.
it didn't hit. Yeah, it doesn't hit. All right, that hits. Okay. So still up.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Still up.
Thinking about it.
So 103. Still up.
Oops, sorry, I rolled that again by accident.
Oh, it's okay. Ugh.
Yeah, not great.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's still up.
Yep.
I should have just rolled them all.
Yeah, you did notice that they don't take like that much damage.
Yeah, it's because of the magic resistance. I forgot.
Okay.
How many have I done here? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That misses. 8.
Okay. It is still up.
Okay. 2 more.
Okay.
And last one. And that misses.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, now that that's done, let's see. Is there anything remotely useful that I can upcast? Just cast in general. You know what? Oh wait, no, that would drop my concentration on animate objects. What level is Isadora?
Issa, knowing her abilities, is level 6.
Level 6. Okay, you're gonna have to give me 1 second. Because I'm just gonna take a look at CR6 beasts.
Yeah, knowing her, like, seeing, like, her spell, because it's based on her character, she probably won't be useful in this fight. Just saying.
Unless I polymorph her.
You could do that. She should have done that herself, actually.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll ask, or, oh wait, no, okay. Yeah, we'll just do this. Hey, Isadora, want to be a mammoth?
Sure! Sounds good! Okay,
Alright, I snap my fingers, ending the concentration on the animate objects, and transform Isadora into a mammoth.
Alright. Alright. Elephant.
It is a huge beast.
Alright, huge, okay. Is that huge? Yeah, it's huge. Okay, cool. Alright, she is now a huge beast at...
Many hit points.
Yeah,
lots
many
of
hit
speed.
points. She's gonna... crushing the stairs, now that she doesn't really care about the
Oh,
stairs.
it's not her it's not her turn.
Oh yeah, it's not
yet.
her turn. I'm dumb, I'm sorry.
It's quite alright.
Would you like to move?
maybe? Don't have much else I could do as a bonus action. So, taking a look for relic. Well, fairly sure the only thing I have is. Oh, okay. If I do that, I'll do this. Go in a line. Oh, that would be a 3rd level spell. That wouldn't fly. I'm gonna take a guess that the bone claws aren't holding any weapons.
No, it's all natural.
Yep, that tracks. Then I'm just gonna give Rain an inspiration.
Okay, cool.
That's really all I can do with my bardic inspiration right now, is just give it out. So, because I don't have my weapons to do any flourishes.
Alright.
Can you not do like some sick ninja moves and get a flourish?
I have a dagger with me, but that's about it. And it's not magical. So, I really don't want to lose concentration, so I'm just gonna hang out right here and I'm done.
Okay. Rain! There's a skelly boy in front of you.
Oh, try to hit me then, fucker.
Okay.
I said you had this!
Alright, he's gonna... Did you disengage or anything, or you're just gonna be like,
Nope.
fuck, okay, fuck it. Alright. I think it's +5, but I might be remembering. +4. 15?
Just hits.
Okay. That's only one attack because he missed with the other. 8 piercing damage and 6 fire damage. Woo!
Alright.
Woo!
Okay, he actually... this one's looking more substantial, right?
Yeah, that one looks like it hasn't really been touched.
Just hit him up.
Well, oof. Okay.
Wow.
That's a how many? Okay. 12. All right. I'm just gonna have to just let this thing add it for me because I can't do math. $34. It like if you hit him again like that, it probably would fucking be dead. You damaged it considerably.
Alright, I'll bring around my other dagger for hit.
Okay.
Unfortunately, no sneak attack.
Yeah. Okay. It's 6.
Man, if only.
Let me. Give me 2 seconds and I'll see if there's more damage on that.
Okay.
I haven't used it in a while. Oh no, it takes a bonus action, so nope, never mind.
Okay. Sounds good.
Just dagger.
Isadora is going to. So it's one attack. What does more damage? Technically, it would be that. Okay, screw it.
If it moves 20 feet in a straight line, it can gore attack. But...
Let me see. It's who she wants to save right now. Let's. They're closer. All right. She is going to. Oh, right. Yeah, trampling charge. Yeah, sure. What am I doing? She just does that. Strength saving throw. Yeah, this guy's on the ground. She threw him on the ground. And now she is going
You
to
do a core and a stomp.
Yeah, gore and stomp. All right.
But the stomp is a advantage
Yes.
because it's on the ground. Hooray!
Stomp. I'm pretty sure she hits it easily. So then we are doing how much damage? 17, 25, 25, 32, 39 for that. Is it dead? Nearly. Alright, and then the gore. Yeah, easy. He's dead. He's dead after the gore. 40 feet, so it will step up and take a presence towards this thing. It's on the stairs. The trunk can reach. Melanie.
Right. Oh, by the way, has Tilda rolled her portents for today?
No, she hasn't.
Go ahead and do so if you want.
Give me a second. Okay, 19, 12,
Nice.
and 5.
So I am going to use my trip attack. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I'm gonna hit him first.
Okay.
35 to hit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trip attack. I get to roll that one.
Which
D10
one are
again.
you hitting? The one between you and Rain?
Actually, I'm gonna go with this guy, the one that's the one that's between me and Rain. So I actually have advantage, but I already crit, so because that one's less hurt, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the one I want to go after right now
Okay.
with the
so-
trip attack.
All right. So plus 20 plus 7.
Oh, and an extra 1d10
Oh.
from my trip attack.
2d10.
Well, it's 7 plus
4.
4 plus 14 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3. And he needs to make a strength save.
Yes.
You get, when you add your trip damage, you get those dice double too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
she
was what
already
the
rolled
4
an
was for.
extra.
The 4 was the doubling of the trip attack.
What's her strength? Saving throw. So it would be he trips.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing he might have made the 12, but the 21 is a little harder. So he's prone. I am then going to I'm going to use Commander Strike and say, finish that off at Rain, and I would like you to stab the prone guy.
Stab?
You got lots of advantage.
Yeah, he's you there was multiple cracks in its skull. You hit it once in one of the cracks and it just falls apart.
Awesome. I am then going to take my third and final strike and try to whomp the dog in front of me.
Okay.
Whomp?
Yeah, you just pulverize its skull. You're way too you're way too swole. There was no
Useful.
May I use a bonus action to high five Rain?
I mean, it's a free action.
Yes.
Also, when you go inside, the elephant's on our side. It's
Oh, thanks for the heads up, because I would not have known that. Thank you.
All right. Would you like to move?
Well, shit, yeah. There's nothing here now. So I am going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm just going to go right behind the skeleton and look menacing.
All right. It is the skeleton's turn. It is going to attempt to hit you with its flaming short sword.
Okay.
I have hold on. Tabs.
Not high.
No. 15 is the lower.
I'm not wearing my cloak.
Nope.
You're not at a disadvantage.
No, I rolled 2 attacks. I just want to know if it 15
Oh,
hits.
so it's what is it? It's my dex mod.
It's 10
which
plus your dex
is-
mod, pretty much.
Okay, and my dex mod at a 14. No, wait, my dex mod. That's not modded. So it's 3 plus. So my AC is like 13 right now.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. All right, so the first sword attack, you will take 8 piercing damage and 3 fire damage.
I'd like to take my reaction to attack this creature.
Okay.
So I use.
He dies.
2.
He gets
From the 5 damage?
From the he was hit before.
Oh, well, okay.
So
I hit him and then look really surprised at how easily he falls over.
so he stabs your dress. It catches on fire a little bit. And
How much damage do I take?
You took the 6 and the 3 fire damage. I mean the 8 piercing and the 3 fire damage. I'm sorry. That was his initial attack. And then you reposed and then he died.
Well, that was.
Would you
Okay.
like to no, that was your turn. Theo's turn. All right, Theo, I looked at haste. Target speed is
He's-
doubled. Perfect.
Yep.
Alright.
Speed is doubled, plus 2 AC. Give me a second. It has advantage on dex saving throws and gains an additional action on each of its turns that can be used only to attack, 1 weapon attack only, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Okay. Alright. He is going to go, his speed is 30, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey guys, everything's on fire. Alright, he is going to... Let's see, what... Elephant looks like it's taken care of. It's going to double... He's gonna have to double move to get somewhere. Hey, let's start beating on that thing.
Well, he could have used his hasted action for to dash.
He could. So he speed is double, so he did. Actually, if he ended, no, he can't. He wouldn't see them. All right, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He has spells. I keep forgetting about that because I don't play Eldritch Knights much. Where's his spells? Wow, really? I gave him fire spells. Oh, god damn it. Go, dragon. God damn it. This is what I get for trying to build accurate characters.
Yeah, how dare.
Yeah, how dare I tailor spells and weapons to accurate personalities. Well, everything's on fire, so he's probably gonna absorb. He's gonna summon his weapon. Start making his way over there. All right, crowd blue. It's between a rock and a hard place. Crowd blue is gonna go to that window.
Go
Is
to
having
that
trouble opening the window. So yeah. Tegan is going to be like, why didn't I hide a dagger like Rain did? Brought a gun to a melee fight. Terrible.
What, does he not have the gunslinger thing where he can fire and be fine?
I'm looking.
Alpha gunslingers get that.
Yeah. Quick draw. Tax increase. That is not it. Is it under trick shots? Usually?
No, it should be like just a feature.
Okay. Don't see it. Alright, fuck it. Hold on, he's just gonna... Okay!
Remember, he has a inspiration.
Yep. Inspiration.
It's a D10.
Yep. Okay, alright, so that works. He's gonna fucking shoot him in the face. Shoots him in the face. He was that thing was not happy about that. Bone claw. I am losing my mind, literally. That's 9, and then the second one. And he is going to here, he's gonna really try this because he really wants to get this group away from take the attack of opportunity and shut the fucking door. Alright, he hits. Boneclaw hits. He still looks fine. Maybe.
Please don't kill Zaitari's fiance.
6,
Please.
9, 14. Alright, he's fine. He's a fighter. He has hit points. Alright. He yells, "I'll be right back!" and shuts the door. And you hear him yelling at the crowd inside.
Get the fuck out! Jesus Christ, stop being so stupid! God!
It's a window! You're opening it the wrong way! Crowd purple, it has been slowly making their way out. There are 8 people left in crowd purple. 2 of them have escaped. The Targhoul is going to go this way. And it's going to attempt to claw and bite. It fails because it is a piece of crap. The other Targhoul is going to attempt to claw and bite. And it succeeds because they're not monks. So that is 13 damage. And 2d8. 3, 10, 13. And are they paralyzed? Yes, they are. So they cannot move. And and now, there are 7 people that remain in crowd green. Crowd yellow is literally next to a boat. Oh boy. They are not sure what to do. Half the crowd's paralyzed, the other is trying to disengage, but it's not working. And then Sand is just be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Alright, what else can this goddamn bow do? So he expended that many charges. So he's gonna take 3. Fuck it, he's stepping of the wind again. He steps of the wind. He has an idea. goes this way. And yeah, everything is still terrible. I need to get the Zen Archer guide up. Where did it go? Way of... There we go. Because I forget how many... So he spent 2 key points. He just wants to get this fucking over with. He's gonna put 3 key points into this then. Yeah, you're not in line of fire, you're fine. He's gonna put 3 key points into this. He's gonna line up a shot. There's a streak of white light that emanates from him to down that way. Does he want to... Yeah, it's only one. I think it's only 1 attack. Alright, so they have to make dexterity saving throws. They all fail. So it's 3 key points he put in. That's a lot of d4s. 4, 9, 13 d4s. Okay. D4, 13.
D4 is pretty impressive.
Alright, 33 points. So plus 33. Plus 33 and plus 33 to the giant, which I'm pretty sure is still up. I think Step in the Wind. I think that's his turn. The Bone Claw. It's gonna go for Zaitari now, because we all know video games. Doors.
Door's stuck. Door's stuck.
Actually, how smart is this thing? He's
Not smart at all.
He's actually really smart.
Fuck.
He might try going through the door. Let's see if he can actually get it open. Because Tegan put something in front of it. Strength. Okay. He raises his claw. He catches one of the hinges, and he literally rips the door from the hinge. Like, there is now no door in the doorway, and there's a Tegan, a broken chair that was in front of the door, and a oh no look on his face. One more claw attack. Yeah, he hits.
You weren't attached to Tegan, right?
9, 14. He's fine.
Please don't kill my fiance. I don't know how many times I gotta say this.
At least 7 more, I think.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's just like got a couple gashes. He's a fighter archetype. He's fine. And the other one is going to. There are now 7 people remaining on Crowd Yellow.
Jesus.
Wow.
The Lich Hounds, which 2 are remaining, are gonna go after Monk Boy because they really like him. Nope, don't hit. Crowd Green is going to scream in fear and terror.
Real
Crowd
productive.
Green really needs to get its shit together.
Bone Giant is going to try to hit Aoife.
For it.
Alright, so 2... You don't even have to move. Because apparently this guy's eyesight is so goddamn poor. that you could even hit an elephant if it was right in front of him. It is your turn.
Alright, my turn to punch him.
Yes, just put it out of its misery, please.
Number 1. 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are your fists considered bludgeon? Yes, your fists are considered bludgeoning. All right.
Yes, my fists are bludgeoning and they are magical.
Okay, good, because this might. He takes more damage than you think he should have.
Excellent.
So that's
Another one.
20. Yeah, he's a giant target.
So 12 points of bludgeoning damage for the second one.
Okay, so. All right, he is still up. These things
Do happen.
All right. Plus 16. All right.
So so it's 10 points of bludgeoning damage for that one because of rage damage.
Not doing really well, but he's still got his femurs
buddy.
intact.
Last one. 12 points of bludgeoning damage. This is a
Alright.
flurry of blows, of course.
He is still standing, but barely.
Cool. That's my entire turn.
Okay.
4 punches.
Okay. The necromancers no longer exist. Tilda.
Okay. So I will cast fly on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Is that concentration?
It is, but I'm
Oh yeah,
allowed
that's right.
to
You can do
concentrate
2.
twice.
I always forget.
Yep,
I'm sorry.
it's fine. It gives me reason to, remind everyone.
Yeah.
Hang on. Yeah, so I'm going to cast fly on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And give me a second. Where is it? There. And I'm going to fly 60 feet right there. Whee! I think this was where. And I'm going to see the couple of folks that have been climbing out of the window,
Mm-hmm.
and I will use my action to dash up to the window
Mm-hmm.
and start trying to pull people out and encouraging them out of the window and being
Okay.
like, yes, come on, yeah, just go through that gate.
All right.
Keep going. Yes.
All right. Please roll a persuasion check.
Okie doke. Hang on. There we go. Persuasion.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, it's one of the Heroes of Leona. That's great. Zaitari.
Well, you know me. It's Lady Matilda.
the hero of
Galadra,
Leona.
Hero of Leona. Come along.
Lady Tilda, pregnant and flying, just trying to
Yep.
get people out in safety. All right, let's see here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm really
okay,
just
okay.
supporting people coming out because I can't pull people. Can't hold that much weight when you're pregnant.
Yeah. As my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and Hexblade's curse this bone claw that's attacking my fiance,
Yep.
who I very much don't want to die. And then for my action, I will do Eldritch Blast because I really don't have much else that I can do for damage spells. Codas don't walk on my keyboard.
By the way, this is the feat that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have
Dakota, I
to
love
make
you.
a con save.
I love you very much, my boy, but please don't walk on my keyboard. And he still wants to walk on my keyboard.
Yeah, we're good.
He's a cat. That's
Now he wants to sit on my keyboard. This isn't that hard. Just sit on any side of the desk. Okay. Hex blades, curse damage, and it'll crit on a 19.
Alright.
I can't tell what you're sitting on, buddy, but whatever it is, it's causing my computer to slow down. So
Good. Then you will pay attention to me.
yeah, I know that's what he wants, but
Alright, nice. So 15 points of damage. So that's 24 points of damage.
no, don't walk on my keyboard.
That's 100 points of cat damage.
It should be adding my proficiency bonus. I don't know why it's not.
It still hits regardless, but we can figure it out.
Oh no, not to the hit, to the damage.
Oh.
So there should be a +5 on each of these.
There is.
There
For
is.
some reason, no, there should be another +5. It got applied to the first one with the 15 points of force damage, but not on the other.
Oh, okay. So additional +10. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Got it.
Yeah. So, the +5 is from the charisma, but it should also be adding my proficiency bonus to the damage
Okay.
because of the Hex Blades curse.
Okay.
Okay.
That would make sense.
And none of those were a 19, unfortunately, so they did not crit. And there's nothing else special with that because I can't use Hex because I am concentrating on polymorph. So I'm just gonna move myself over here away from the bone claw, but
Okay.
where I can still see it. Also have 40 feet of movement, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, I can still see it there.
Yeah, also, Theo did not use his full
Okay.
dash and movement and stuff like that. Was that intentional?
No.
Speed would be doubled, right?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, his
mhm.
speed should have been doubled, and I should have been able to get there. All right.
Right, and then
Rain.
he had like a hasted action and you didn't use. It's like,
I have just enough with my dash with my bonus to get. Yeah, just enough. Is that crowd threatening that bone claw?
Yes.
Excellent.
They had a chair, so they're considered threatening.
For a certain value of threatening. We'll use True Strike on that. So one down. Get advantage. And I mean, I guess it wouldn't have mattered if we used it, but I just want to make sure. And yeah, we'll hit.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just trying to add all the things. All right. So 12 plus 33 plus 29. Okay. You have its full attention.
That's my turn.
Okay. Isidore is gonna try to get this last ghoul because it doesn't look like there's much to it. Kill. Stomp. That works. 8, 10, 17, 20. Yeah, it's dead. All right, so that ghoul is dead. Isidore is now going to turn her attention to the bone claw from the stairs. And, like, stare at it menacingly, waving her trunk in front of it. Melanie.
I can't see into this room to the side, so I am going to get on my measury. My jig. Okay. Gonna run up here. It's
Those
exactly
hiccups
30.
are really.
They're persistent and
Oh
painful.
man, I hate that so much.
They're like the deep ones. Like
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
normally able to relax my diaphragm. Like I kind of like try to meditate, but it's just not helping today. And I'm gonna go ahead and do one attack. And how hurt does this thing look?
Not really hurt.
Okay. I'm going to trip attack.
Okay. He does not save.
Nice.
Good.
I actually have to check one thing. He does not save. Okay.
And then I'm going to take my other 2 attacks at advantage.
Alright, 17 and 15. Okay.
And that is my turn.
Alright. The 3 burning skeletons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of them's going to dash, the other one's gonna dash. This one's the only one that's gonna attempt to hit you, Aoife.
Genuinely shocked they didn't go after the pregnant woman helping people away.
That's a 1, so none of them, so it doesn't hit you.
Awesome. Yeah, the pregnant woman hasn't been punching anyone, so
Very
Fair.
So they might have a harder time reaching you, since you are flying.
I'm not flying that far off the ground.
They hit the monk once in the face. You will take.
they hit me.
No, not you. San.
Oh, I was gonna say
7.
Excuse me.
8
I'm
points.
at an AC of 22. I'm trying not to get hit.
Alright. No more skeletons. Theo's probably gonna go. Alright, Melanie's got that.
He's still hasted, so
Yeah. He's gonna go over there. Additional attack. Alright, so where is his? He will.
he could probably get around to the other side to get advantage.
I don't. I mean, there's a couch. Alright. Theo is going to. Where is his weapon? Alright. He will.
Great, gets him a little height.
Summon his saber. So he is going to have, if I have this correct. Stop scrolling. Alright. Level is he? 8. See? Alright, so. So, 1 extra attack. Okay, cool. I think the couch is the least of their problems right now.
Yeah, there's more happening.
Alright. There it is. Okay. Alright. That. Wow. And then he will action surge. If you action surge while hasted,
I think you still just get an extra 1, don't you?
yeah.
It's just the one.
Okay.
It's just the one.
All right. So his plus is that stat. Yeah, because his proficiency bonus is just that. Okay. And this guy's armor class is that. Okay. 3. And 4. 18. And then, does he want to do anything else? Yeah. Alright, he does a significant amount of damage with his saber. Oh,
Good
he's
job,
also
honey.
he's also fire resistant. This is perfect. Alright.
Excellent.
Cause go dragon shit. Blue crowd with encouragement. There was encouragement from Tegan, and then the bone claw ripped the door open. So they're screaming like chickens with their heads cut off. Ian is going to shoot a fucking thing in the face. Well, it's turned towards Melanie, so it's just in the back of the head at this point. So shoot.
Probably better for him.
Yeah. Shoot him! Please.
Do it.
Oh, he crit! Great! Yay! Uh, 14... 33. Alright, the chunk of his head came off. It's not... Didn't look good. Almost got on your dress. Melanie. Crowd purple with encouragement. 4 more people come out. So there were 4 before. So there's 2 more. 4 more people come out. So that. Yes, ketchup. There are 2 more people in the library. So they're coming along nicely. Targul is gonna be like, you know what, screw this. There. Try to hit him. Hits once with the claw. 13 points of damage. Targul's getting somewhere in its life. Paralyzed? Nope. Of course not. Crowd yellow. Crowd yellow continues to do nothing and scream. Son. Punches a skeleton till death. And you will use a key point to disengage. And ready his bow.
Go Chanticleer.
The bone claw is going to try to hit Melanie.
It can try. It will probably succeed,
it
but it can also try.
It'll attempt to do so. I believe both will hit because these are over 20. It is a 24 and 25.
Can you tell me what the lower one was on the dice?
16.
Never mind. That's fine. I'm not gonna try to. I'm not gonna force him to re-roll.
Okay.
I was thinking about it, but I don't think it's worth it right now.
Okay. The first attack will hit you for 17 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
The next attack will hit you for 17 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Different numbers, same result. The other one is going to try to hit Ren because you hit it really hard.
Fair.
One attack does miss. That's only a 12 to hit, but the other is a 25.
That'll hit.
All right. That is 19 points of piercing damage from its bony appendage.
I'm gonna have that with uncanny dodge.
Okay.
Reaction.
The Lich Hounds continue to go after this poor bastard monk. Not you, Aoife. The other one.
I am a bastard, so,
2 and a 5. Anyways. Green is now no longer threatened by... Green is going to actually go towards the door. 1, 2...
Are you fucking shitting me?
Why aren't they going towards the window?
No shit! I am literally out there.
She had a persuasion of fucking 30.
No kidding.
People just aren't worth saving.
I can literally see the people escaping through the window.
I will
Very
say,
true.
though, they've been doing some real dumb shit all night because she rolls the dice to see how dumb they are. So, it's
Yep.
not out of character for this crowd.
Yeah.
Crowds have been really bad.
They have. They've been pretty fucking stupid.
Though,
say.
I will be honest, great fucking mechanic.
This is,
Because
like,
I am now
peak
significantly
cognitive
more
ability for
worried
them.
about AoE damage. And I feel like it really is what a crowd would do. So, spot on.
I mean,
So here's the thing: you were focusing on crowd purple.
not necessarily. I was just helping people get out. But it's fine.
you're killing her
it's fine.
kinsfolk and she's salty.
A little bit, yeah. But it's fine. They got out. It's fine.
The bone
As long as
giant.
they don't choose to go back into the burning building.
The bone giant is gonna try to hit you, Aoife. It might have hit you once. That
AC
is
is 22.
a 25 AC.
Yes.
Okay.
That does hit.
Thank you, giant. For once in your... Oh, are you goddamn kidding me?
His on life.
That's so many ones. That's 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
So 7, because I'm
Okay.
raging.
Okay. You were a failure to your people, Warhammer character. Aoife, it's your turn. Please put this thing out of its misery.
Ooh, only a 13 to hit.
Oh, yeah, it hits. It's a bone giant. It's a
16 bludgeoning damage.
I think he is in pile. It becomes bone dust. You have hit it so
Alright,
many times.
Girl.
And then go punch this one directly to my right.
Okay.
Punch. Oh, terrible damage.
Yeah, this doesn't take. I'm gonna get that blood splatter out of the way.
Is that what those are?
Yeah, those were guards.
Oh!
I'm assuming that Skelly is still fine.
The Skelly's still
I had
fine.
picked up a shield from the dead guy. Oh, it doesn't really matter. That's fine.
4 points of fire damage to your
Alright.
clothing.
Punch.
Okay.
12 points.
All right. 12.
Are you not going to try to stunning strike him?
Nah.
His con's
But
probably
I think
pretty
I was
high.
hit by a skeleton once, and I've run through like 10 of them. I'm not
Yeah.
worried.
All right. 2 points of fire damage.
Alright, and punch again.
Yeah,
13 points.
he's dead, and you take 1 point of fire damage as its last will and testament.
And I am slowly approaching half health only because I've been punching fire.
Okay. The necromancers are dead. Tilda.
So, which part of... Excuse me. Where does the house does this
I
accurately
see.
represent where the house ends?
Since
and
you're
where...
over there, I will review where the house ends because it wasn't
Thank you.
important until now. This is where the house ends.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. So seeing there's only like 2 people left, and I'm asking, is that all? Is that all of you?
Yes. Well,
Yes,
they gesture to
it
the
is
other.
for now.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Do they look old or like they can't get through the window easily? Like, are they small children? Are they?
They
Old
look
people?
no, they're mostly adults. The problem is the crowd is 10 people. The window is like 6
Right.
feet. So
Okay.
yeah, that was the
So
main
it's been
trouble.
one at a time.
Yeah, 1 or 2
That's-
at most at a time.
Right. So I will just say, follow the others through the gate. I'm pointing this way.
Okay. Yeah, they are
Towards that gate.
beelining it through to the gate.
And once you've made it a safe distance from the house, wait there. I will.
Is there a fire department in this town? Is that a thing?
Well, see, a lot of the noble estates are kind of like out away
Oh,
from
right.
yeah, because they need places for their shrubberies
Mhm.
and rose gardens
Yes, it's very important.
and stables and all that stuff. Usually they would have their own like servants help with fires and well, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, I would like to take back my movement.
Okay.
I was here, just because I forgot that I wouldn't have judgment. Probably not. Anyway, yeah. So instead, I will. How tall is the house?
It is 2 floors, so it's probably about 40 feet if we're counting all the decor and height and everything. It's a 2-floor house.
Instead, I will fly like an eagle to the sea. Over there. Here.
Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. And I am looking for more people trying to get out
Okay.
of the house. So
Oh,
I will
this guy does not
dash.
exist. Sorry.
I will dash. I don't want to get anywhere near the skeleton though. So if I cannot enter their area of threateningness, I will go here until you tell me where the house ends on this side, please.
As Tilda flies by, Aoife just like peeks out from a pile surrounded by bones and just waves.
Yep. Hey.
Yeah, I'll review that. There we go.
Okay. So I was here. 2. So that's 50. On the way past, I will toss a wand of healing word thing to Aoife. Let's give me a second. Wand of healing word. Pull that out of. Just there you go. 5.
Still pretty good. It's functionally 10 for me.
Nice. Just because you looked pretty tired. So yeah, I will be around here. I presume there's some sort of window that I can see the crowd.
Yeah.
through.
You can see. There's a window right there. Hold on.
Okay.
There. There we go. Window.
And that is my entire turn.
Okay. You see a bloody Tegan. You see a bone claw in front of Melanie. You see a weird guy. Yeah.
Yep, just trying to get people out.
Yep. Zaitari.
I have to make a Constitution
Yep.
save for, what's the DC? 12? Plus 10 plus the number of complete rounds you've been concentrating on 2 spells. Yes, so 12.
Yeah,
We're good.
fine.
Eldritch Blast on the one that's attacking my fiance.
Okay. It is still up, but not
That
long
should
for this
be-
world.
That should be 11 damage on the first one.
Oh,
'cause it still
okay.
has the thing.
Plus 5. It is still up.
17 damage on the second.
Yeah, it's dead. You blast it through the head. It's like a gunshot.
And then the third one, can I see?
Yeah, you can see the top of his head probably. The doors are open.
Okay, I'll move a little bit and that is just 15 because the first one only had the Hexblaze curse
Okay.
on it, so and that's about it.
Alright.
That's about all I can do.
Fine.
Did you regain hit points from your Hexblade's curse, or did you not lose any yet?
I do regain 2, so because I don't have many levels.
39.
Right.
So
Alright. Stab it in the chest. There's lots of bone in there.
oh no,
Another one. Why not?
I regained 7.
Okay.
It's your Warlock level plus your Con mod?
Yeah, plus
Or
my
Charisma mod. I meant that C one. I just gave it the wrong C.
Yeah. And I'll stay here to make sure yeah, don't fuck it up as usual, you know.
Okay. Isadora is going to... She's going to leap off the staircase and try to get some lich hounds. Because she can. I need to do this.
I thought that was a carpet.
No, that's a staircase.
Oh no, that's much more intense.
So,
Goodness.
let's see. Yeah, she could back up and just go charge. It's fine. She's going to parkour up a staircase, because why the fuck not at this point? French fry, hold on. He wants
So
food.
when you when I
What's
said
that?
something about C for the wrong C, that thing made me remember somebody was called today, and I was like, they gave me their name, and I was like, how do you spell that? And they spell it, and I could not tell what they said, and I was like, I'm sorry, was that blah blah blah? And they go, it's K as in candle, and I was like, whoa, shit,
Whoa.
what? K as in candle? What? Which letter are you trying to use? I was so confused. They did not mean Kang as in candle. They meant K as in kangaroo or something, but I was like, K as in candle? God, that's not even the one I had a question about.
K is a knife.
Exactly.
Oh,
What's up? I heard knife.
oh, K is in knife. Somebody spelled their name to me and said K is in candle. And I got really confused.
Alright. Gore. And... Stop. Stomp has advantage. Misses with the stomp. Because twos don't hit.
Which way are these stairs going?
They're going up. She pretty much leapt off of them. And also the she has a 10-foot reach anyways.
Okay. Elephants can't jump, by the way.
She fell.
Yeah, she could, in theory, propel herself off an edge, even though it's gonna not be good for those knees.
I
Elephant
mean,
knees are not made for
Sure,
it.
yes. Absolutely. But you said she jumped. Or leapt off of them or something like that. I'm like, she can't.
So technically a mammoth. We don't know that mammoths couldn't jump, do we? Do we know that yet?
I don't think they were good jumpers. 21.
It depended on the color of their fur. White mammoths can't jump.
Oh, it's bludgeoning. It's piercing.
Ha.
Okay. Doesn't do as much damage as you think an elephant mammoth leaping off of a staircase, falling off of a staircase does.
I feel like she should have just fallen onto her butt first and hoped for the best.
Melanie.
So Bone Giant here's dead. I'm assuming that I can, from where I am, I can see that there's one still up in that room over there, right?
Yeah.
How hurt does it look?
You can blow like you can blow on him and he would fall down.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that they've got that in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to run up here. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, kind of squeeze it past this guy.
Yeah.
25 and 30. And I'm like, oh, hi. And I'm going to have flanking here.
Okay.
So I'm going to go 1. Ooh.
Okay. Hold on.
DC 12 or they go prone.
Yeah. 13 plus 10. They do not go prone.
That's fine. And then number 2.
All right. So that is 21. Okay.
And number 3.
That is
11.
Yes. Okay. They dissipate into ectoplasma.
Cool. I'm getting a second wind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn.
Okay. The burning skeletons are going to attempt to hit Aoife. We will see how this endeavor goes. They're not smart enough to get flanking. They're stupid. You said your armor class is
AC
22?
is- Yes, 22.
None of that hits. Theo is going to stab this guy. He stabs this guy several
With
times.
advantage.
He kills it. He
Good.
just slices its head off.
That's my boy.
All right.
Up for you, Theo.
Crowd Blue is going to, with advantage since they see you, trying to help. Good. They open the window. They start climbing out.
Oh, good.
Tegan's gonna try to shoot a hound. Tegan hits hounds. And 7, 6, 13. Yeah, it's not.
You come.
Alright. Crowd Purple is making its way to the gate. The Targul, the one Targul, is going to try to hit you. Melanie.
Okay.
That's a 12, so no, and that is a 9.
That does not hit.
No. Crowd Yellow are shocked and appalled at the bone claw, but they're safe. This monk is going to take a step back, key point, and let a couple arrows fly loose into this guy's, into the dog's face, because he is sick and tired of being bitten by dogs all night.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Lich dogs, no less.
Um, 15, 16.
Like, what's that about?
4.
These dogs that didn't want to go, that didn't want to die?
Well, they're
God,
dogs
they-
that were trying to get, immortal life through knowledge, according
Exactly,
to witches. So
through magic, somehow.
Lich Hound is going
Dog
to try to attack you, Melanie. The Lich Hound does a 19 hit you.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is that die? Okay. That's 6 points of piercing damage. Please roll a strength saving throw, please.
Boop.
Yep, you're fine.
Oh, I don't have advantage on it,
You're still fine.
but it's still a 29. So
Alright, Crowd Green is out the door. Bone Giant's dead. Aoife, what would you like to do?
Start with this one up here to my diagonal. Punch.
Yes. 7 points.
Nine points.
Nine. Sorry.
That's okay. Punch again for 11.
11. Alright. So the first one you took 5 fire damage.
Mhm.
The second time you get put 1 fire damage.
Okay. Is it still standing?
Let's see. So that was 9, and that's 11.
It's just like a sizzle on your knuckles. It's a tiny
so
sizzle.
it's 20. Yes, it is still standing.
Punch again. Ten points of bludgeoning damage.
And it is now on the ground in a heap, and you had taken 4 points of fire damage.
All right, and I'll punch the last one too. For another 9 points of damage.
Excellent. Okay. Necromancer's dead, and Tilda.
Do I take any fire damage from that last one?
Oh, right. 6 points.
6. Awesome.
I'm going to go over here
Mm-hmm.
and start helping people out of the window
Okay, excellent.
again.
Excellent.
Yes, come along, come along. Right through here, and then you go straight towards the gate down there. You all know where it is. Yes, at the
Mhm.
front of the house. I don't know if I need to roll another persuasion check or.
Yeah,
but-
just roll another persuasion check. This is the rate of which how quick. Oh god.
Yikes.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent.
That is a terrible roll for me, but
Zaitari, are you all set? Tilda?
yeah.
Alright, Zaitari.
I'm gonna move over to here so that I can see that there's, things still alive. Can I hold on? I'll move up one more. Actually, I'll move up a couple more. And oh wait, hold on. Shit.
Can I say that I use
Yeah.
my bonus action to ask Tegan if there's any more civilians in the house?
Yeah, he'll say next room, the next room down. There's a group in there as well.
Okay. Thank you.
I think I would have been able to make it just here.
Yep.
I'm gonna bonus. You said Tegan is bloody, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action healing word at 3rd level. Heal him.
Okay. Excellent.
Through Chanticleer.
Okay.
For 13 hit points.
Very appreciative.
And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast that doggo.
Okay. Alright. That doggo falls into another heap of ectoplasm on the first hit, so you may redirect your second hit.
This one next to.
Okay.
You just marked Issa is dead. No!
Oh, sorry. I don't know how that happened.
I think because you were trying to get the Lich
Yeah.
Hound and you ended up getting.
It's because it's under.
Yeah. And 8. Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. And Rain.
This seems to be handled, so I'm gonna run out here. See, there's a little bit of difficulty going on that way. Not much left, but I can with a dash scoot around, kind of try not to get trampled by the elephant, and just barely get over here. And I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah, it's dead. It's dead. It just explodes into fire and tar and other things. Isidora, Burning Skeleton is going to attempt to try to hit you, Aoife. It's gonna actually hit. It hits with a 23.
Okay.
All right.
Wait a second. You did Isadora did nothing, and you skipped right over Melanie
Melanie, what would you like to do?
before getting to the burning skeleton.
I'll remember the 23.
Melanie?
I was muted. Where is this burning skeleton?
Behind, in the past the kitchen.
The whole kitchen, by the way, guys, is like on fire.
The fire has
Like
at this point has spread.
Yeah, this is like an inferno. So you probably can't see
disco
this,
inferno?
Skelly.
I am going to look around and see if there's anything that can put a fire out.
Roll a perception check.
Because I don't see any more enemies around me, right?
No.
Okay, the map's kind of busy. I wanted to make sure that I was reading it correctly. Oh, I shouldn't have advantage, but it was higher first, so. Do I see like a pitcher of water or like a ice crystal or a water elemental? I don't know, man.
I'm gonna lay it to you straight, Melanie.
Yep.
There's probably no saving this place at this point, bar from a comet, like if a helicopter or like a rock carrying a giant pail of water. Barring from that, there's probably.
I thought you meant a rock, not a rock, and I was like, "What are rocks gonna do for this?" Then I realized you meant the giant bird.
Yes.
Oh goodness!
It's
So you're
ROC,
saying
not ROCK.
You're saying that my 2 arrows of water elemental slaying that aren't on my person aren't gonna help me right now? Is that what you're saying? All right.
There's you. I mean, you can run home and.
With that roll, am I able to see through these doors and see that Aoife still has somebody over there? Up to you with the destruction of the kitchen. I don't know how well I can
probably
see.
not. She's
Okay.
behind a giant carcass of a bone giant with there's smoke. It's hard to see.
I'm gonna run because I'm assuming that people are just making a shit ton of noise.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, leap the table for 30, and I'm gonna help these people get out.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very adequate. That is a very good portrayal of the kitchen currently.
Thank you.
It's
one of my best pieces.
Okay. Let's see. The burning skeleton, who hit with the 23, because you can't take that away from me, please. 4 piercing damage and 3 fire damage.
Okay.
All right. Theo is going to break open the window and help these guys out.
Oh, good.
Crowd blue is over half are out. Tegan is probably gonna tell the rest of you once, like, the crowd's out. There's a pretty bad smoke coming in at this point.
Yeah.
Crowd
It's
purple.
probably time for us to get out.
Yeah. Crowd yellow is being helped out. San is just like, all right, I'll help in some way. Aoife, just take your shot. Just punch it.
Punch in.
We all know what's gonna happen. So plus 16. Okay, that's good. Okay, it's dead. So you took 9 fire damage in total from those 2 hits.
Ouchies.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna start running around.
All right. I'm gonna take us out of combat. Because you guys, everybody's probably gotten out at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna grab Tegan, and I'm gonna dimension door us out.
Okay,
so.
that's fine. He was just gonna do a window. Crowd comes out.
As soon
Balls.
as I'm like, these people are done, and having seen that these people have, Theo's helped them out, I'm going to fly above the house and try to do like a sleet storm on
Okay.
the entire house.
Okay,
So
I gotta take a look
give
at
me a second.
Sleet Storm.
yeah, I gotta.
Alright,
It's right there.
1 minute. Okay. Let's see. Given that this fire...
I will drop haste,
Yep.
but I will continue to fly.
So, a 40-foot radius. So, you can pretty much get most of the house. I'm going to get...
I'll fly above it. I'll go into, or not go into, but I'll cast through windows, or just kind of directing it in a general, trying to get the fire out.
Okay. How many sleet storms do you have?
Well, I have this one at 3rd level. I can I can upcast it though for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spell slots if I absolutely have to.
All right. I'm gonna say it's gonna take 5 because you'll get the roofs, but then you're gonna have to cast into rooms.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so it'll take 5, but it's
Whew.
pretty clear that the house is pretty much trashed.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I
but
just
the fire is out. The fire is out.
Exactly. I want to extinguish the fire.
The fire is out.
Yes, that took out all my 4th and 5th level spell slots.
Lady Lavoy and her daughter are outside. They're looking at the carnage of the guards they have lost, the servants they have lost,
So
some
before
of the
we
friends they have lost.
before we evacuate the house, Mel would like to go through and try to find anybody who might have been wounded but not killed outright,
Okay.
and try to like resuscitate or drag them to safety or what have you. That sort of thing.
Okay. There's there. So there's one guy in group yellow. That is, he has a pretty bad gash in his arm, but he's not doing. He's okay. There is a couple individuals in group green. That were part of the Tar Ghoul group that were burned pretty bad, especially their feet after he tarred the ground. I mean,
I was more thinking of like, so during combat, there were some people from the groups that went down, but they might just be unconscious. They
Oh,
might
they're
actually
dead.
not actually. Oh,
they're
oh, okay.
they are. It was
No, that's cool.
yeah.
All right.
The dead that
So-
I said that
They have
went
like no
down.
hit points.
Yeah, they had like they're nobles. They're not fighters, and
Yeah.
they're paper.
Okay.
So
all
they
right,
just
that's...
got shredded.
Then Mel will just help make sure that she gets as many people out as possible, and then she'll help move bodies out so that no one's like lost to the flames. And
Okay.
I mean, Tilda's gonna put the fire out, but she's not sure if it's gonna go all the way out, so she's just gonna work on that.
Okay, that's
While
fair.
there's just sleet everywhere.
There's just sleet everywhere.
Make some dexterity checks.
If the stables
Oh,
are
no.
not burning, Aoife's gonna go over there and dunk her arms in the water troughs.
Yeah.
Because she sustained almost 90 points of just straight fire damage to her fists.
Wow.
So they're
Holy shit.
wrecked. So she's gonna go dunk her arms and just stand in the stables, like with her arms submerged up to the shoulders in the water.
I can get you in a second. Just
Yep, she's just gonna sit there and wait.
Yeah, it was just a straight up. Yeah. So yeah. So the smoldering ruins of the house. Lady the Void is just kind of like she's in tears. And she comes up to who's the closest person? She was part of group Purple.
Well, at least they're not dead. Hooray.
Yeah. Cool.
Big
I just
aloe
got
plant.
it. I just
Yeah.
fucking got it. Like, why did you link that? Oh.
Big aloe plant for her hand.
Oh.
I'm so dumb. Yeah, there are people who are so. You find out a little later after individuals are accounted for that you had lost 8 people during that combat.
that is a surprisingly low number considering.
8 out of 40.
Yeah, honestly,
was,
it really is.
8 out of 40 was pretty. It was pretty good.
Were most of them like elderly at least, or were they just like randos?
They were random. I mean,
few
there were
kids, a few elderly, a few in the prime of their lives.
there was an array.
Well, what about in the prime of their lemons?
Nope, prime of their lives.
Was there anybody notable? Anybody we knew? Did the douchebag make it?
Let me see. The douchebag made it.
Did he actually help at all, or was he just shitty through the whole thing? I'm gonna try to find out.
Roll an investigation check.
I would just through conversation be like, did he help?
Did I notice
13.
him cowering? Because you said he was in yellow group, right?
Yes, he was in yellow group because if you recall, when I tried to hit that group first, I rolled a 1 and a 2. I did not hit anyone. He was trying to stave off what he could, but it's very difficult to persuade a group, hey, we need to go this way, and there's several giant things trying to kill you.
As long as he wasn't actively trying to like trip the elderly to
No,
get out,
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
go
no.
find him and be like, "Oh, good job in there." You know, with the whole thing, and the garlic was a lie. Don't do the garlic thing. And then I'm just gonna leave. I'm not gonna explain myself at all.
Okay. He stands there confused, bewildered, and in shock of what happened at
Fair.
the house.
I'm gonna go up to the necromancers. Do they look familiar at all? What do they have on them? Do they have like anything that identifies them for like worshiping something?
Okay, so you go up to the necromancers. I need to get my notes.
Meanwhile, I'm just busy being a human fire extinguisher.
I have no spells to help. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
And Aoife is
Stab
wrangling
the
with
fire out, TM.
with the balance of being in pain and also being hungry because it smells kind of good.
Oh.
Oh no.
I would just like to observe the people, see if there's anyone acting suspicious.
Okay. You roll me an investigation check.
Or insight?
Or insight. Actually, insight. Insight would be much better. Because I could not think of skills while I was about to tell you what I was about to tell you, Zaitari.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're searching both of the bodies.
Yes.
I assume somebody dragged the other close by because you guys, while Tilda is putting out fires literally, Tegan or San or one of your own party members could help you search through the bodies.
I'll have Tegan help me.
Okay, he's looking around, and you both see the blatant Cult of the Dragon pendants they're both wearing because you recognize
Oh, wonderful,
them
wonderful. Yep.
from the palace.
Mm-hmm. I'll grab Theo
All right.
since this is his gig.
Yep. And I assume you show him,
Yeah.
and he's just like, "Oh, for fuck's sakes, not again!" Well, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to go meet Alexandria soon. Is there anything else on them?
I don't know, DM, is there?
Yes. You find, altogether, 171 gold pieces, 60 silver pieces, and 12 copper pieces. You also find a. Yep. You also. Okay, so the amulets. That. You also find missives. It looks like they were targeting Lady Lavoy and her daughter.
But
Does it give
why?
any explanation?
No explanation. It's just pretty much notes saying, "Kill them."
Okay.
Like
well,
targets.
Definitely gonna be questioning her.
Yes. And that is about it. You find some like dried herbs for like spell components.
Mm-hmm.
Ones that didn't burn up. You also find some diamond dust, probably only worth 100 gold pieces.
Okay. A diamond.
Diamond.
Would I know what spell that diamond dust is a component to?
I mean, there are a number of cleric spells you knew from Ronnie, specifically. As for like necromancy spells,
So it looks like non-detection is one that uses diamond dust.
That's it's definitely non-detection. It's one. I gotta look under.
Damn, stone skin's expensive. Oh, okay, greater res.
Yeah, they're like from Ronnie, a number of the cleric spells, resurrection spells uses diamond dust. So
Okay.
possibly that, possibly non-detection. It's a whole myriad of things. yeah, that's pretty much all you find.
Okay. Does
Rain, yeah, Rain's
get
insight.
anything?
All right. Rain, let's see. Lady Devloy is devastated. She's trying to put on a brave front. It's not really working. Especially like since you heard her daughter crying about some of her friends who were
Ooh.
servants.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's between, comforting her daughter, realizing that some of the friends she had invited to the party are dead, and pretty much all of her help that was on the estates is probably dead as well. It's bad. As for the other party goers, Charlene is attempting to comfort Lady Lavoy, though there's really she's trying her best. It's kind of pretty bad right now. Jameson Noble is shocked and appalled at what happened. Kind of get vibes on, okay, how can I turn this into something beneficial to me?
Scummy.
Scummy, exactly. He's scumbag.
Guilty.
Shame.
So yep. Sir Randall is looking at some of the bodies outside of the beasts that were slain. He's like in investigation curious mode, but he's also like, you're kind of getting the vibes that he is trying to like kind of like distract himself right now from the carnage that just took place. Kind of maybe I'll mourn later when there's not so many people around. Kind of do the macho thing. Yeah, you're not getting much other than Noble being scummy. That's really the only thing you're getting.
I'm gonna go up to Rain. So, between Theo, Tegan, and I, we found some communications on the cultists. Apparently, they were targeting Lady Lavoy and her daughter specifically, and they're dragon cultists.
Of course, the first thing I thought is something happened. They might have someone nearby or might have helped them. We got scumbag over here, and Rain just kind of indicates head, but that might just be trying to take advantage of the situation. I don't know if he's involved with it.
Well, we can keep an eye on him, but I want to talk to Lady Lavoy right now.
Let's go.
Okay. So, I'm going to try to get the attention of Lady Lavoy.
All right. It's Charlene that notices you guys first. And you see Charlene, she,
How old is she?
Charlene?
Yeah.
Charlene is about, you think, probably in her mid-40s.
Oh, okay.
You see that she, she kind of...
And this would be Lady Lavoy, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you see. Well, not Charlene. Charlene's her friend. Lady Lavoy is Lady Tabitha Lavoy.
Okay. Okay.
You see Charlene. Charlene was the exotic pet trader that Rain was talking to earlier in the night about moose.
Okay.
You see Charlene like shake her Lady Lavoy's shoulder and says, just whispers in your ear, and you see Lavoy collect herself, shakes her head, collects herself for a moment, and acknowledges your presence as you guys approach her. Charlene will take Wednesday, her daughter, away from you guys for now.
Okay.
Like, I was like, come, dear. We should go over here. And just leads her away. And Lady Tabitha says, apologies for the Victory Day party. Thank you for everything.
Oh, of course. Do you mind if we speak in private?
Yeah, of course. She'll go where you want her to.
Okay. I just want to make sure that nobody can overhear or read what I'm saying to her, like my lips or anything. And I want Rain to, and I will say this over the brooch, pay close attention to her facial features. I want to make sure that she is not lying.
Just kind of nod imperceptibly.
Yeah.
Oh, I say back. Okay, because we got
yes, we do have brooches. I apologize for my bluntness, but considering what just happened, I feel like we just need to speak openly about this. You are being targeted by members of the Cult of the Dragon. You and your daughter? Is there anything you would have or did to make them angry, or something that they want?
She just visibly goes white, and she just... You mean the individuals that tried to overthrow the queen?
Yes.
And she's like, Rain, you see her, she's trying to wrap, like, both of you see she's trying to wrap her head around this, like, immediately. I was a supporter of Her Majesty. I don't think I was on bad terms with her sister being, the queen's sister being one of the agents who tried to overthrow the queen.
Maybe throwing this party provoked them. Or they took it as a...
But aren't there other Victory Day parties
Yes.
being held?
Yes, Tabitha says. There will be other victory parties being held.
I suppose we should check that they also were not attacked. But ruling that out, I have a reasonable guess that maybe you might have been targeted for any potential items or artifacts you or your family might hold. And they did specifically want you and your daughter dead.
I'm trying to think about what I would have had, but do you think we're still in danger?
I don't know, but probably. We've dealt with the threat for now, but if they're willing to attack so openly, and with the heroes of Leona here, one could only guess that they'll be so bold as to try again.
She looks at the house, and she's like, I do have a few heirloom items in the bedroom, in a small vault. I can show you what I have, but I don't think would be anything of significance. Most of the heirlooms are from my my ancestors. Maybe
you never really know, so it would be worth checking out.
Oh, okay. If it's still there, I will show you what I have. I just she is. If you if you guys want to roll an insight check on her, you can.
Yes, please.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Rain, she seems absolutely, yeah, both of you. She seems absolutely flabbergasted. Like just blinds. Well, the whole night she's been blindsided by ever since everything was attacking. She seems genuinely like shocked at everything that's just happened. Um, has the. Do you think it's safe to go back into the house now? I can show you if you.
Oh,
We can
what the hell are
accompany
you
you, or
doing?
we can retrieve the items.
Cat problems, Lynn.
Yeah, sorry. She knocked down so much stuff. I didn't mean to say that out loud. My apologies. There's just a lot of things on the ground now. Oh,
course there are.
goodness. Okay, sorry.
All right. Hopefully the stairs didn't burn down. If you can help me get up to the bedroom, I can definitely show you where the vault was.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. All right. Charlene, let me go tell Charlene and Wednesday where I'm going. I'll be right back. You see, her go over to her daughter and her.
No, Modern Warfare, no one asked you to update. Stop.
All
I don't
right.
need 104 gigabytes of an update. God damn it.
Yeah, you see Lady Tabitha go over to her daughter and tell her that she'll be right back. And yeah. And she says, "Okay, let's get going." The bedroom she points out was, hold on. Bedroom, there it is. I'm gonna just transfer you guys to the other room for now.
Okay.
And reveal where the bedroom would have been. So the main bedroom is there, except it looks burnt and charred.
Yes. Yes.
You guys do need to help her up there because a mammoth decimated the staircase.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll oh my god, words. I'll polymorph myself into a giant eagle.
Okay.
That's the easiest thing I can think of for getting us up there.
Okay, she's like a little stunned, but after everything she's witnessed tonight, this is on the lower end of the totem pole. Yeah. She will once you drop her off into the bedroom, she will look for, and it's kind of obvious at this point because a lot of the carpet has been burnt away. There is like a false set of floorboards underneath one of the armoires.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts taking them out. There is a combination lock as well as like a key to open a small vault in the bottom of the bedroom floor, and she puts in the combination. She opens the
Just
vault.
for future use, I'd like to make a perception check to see if I can see what she puts in.
Yeah. Sure. Make a perception check. um.
Whenever people start spitting around here, it's usually they're real good or real bad.
Yeah, usually.
If it's so important to you, KK. I mean, Rain.
You never know.
She will take out
No.
a number of items. There are as of certain vaults that you've encountered, KK. This one is meant to be fireproof. Rain, as well as probably some proof against other things as well, if you know the house was
Makes
crushed
sense.
or something. So she takes out the following items. She looks like she takes out like a genealogy book. It looks like it contains probably her family records. So, family records. She takes out several small wooden carven animal statuettes. They are of the following animals. The craftsmanship on the... Oh, I should put wood carvings.
Mm-hmm.
The craftsmanship of the wood
Now
carvings...
she just pulls out whole ass goat, pig, water buffalo, and
They're
yak out of
tiny.
that box.
They're very...
Yeah.
Yeah, she just pulls out a pig from the... Alright. She pulls out these wood carvings. They are not the best wood carvings you've ever seen. I mean, there's the craftsmanship could be better, but you have more of a feeling these are of sentimental value to her.
Nope. Sentimental value, no worth. No.
She also takes out a small jewelry box. And she takes out a couple of items that... So, I need to give you the specific items. Where is... 'Cause I want to give you the actual description of it. So, give me a minute. There it is. Stupid sliding books. Alright. So, she pulls out a wand of something. It looks like a wand. You've seen like all the spellcasters use these. Is there a description on the wand? No. And she takes out a what looks like to be a tankard of sorts. There's like a face sculpted into it.
Okay.
So, face tankard. Oh my god. And the last item she takes out is a knife made out of bone. So, bone knife, I'll say.
Interesting.
This one looks a little... Like, there are some kind of carvings and etchings on it. So she'll lay all those items out. And there are a few gems in here as well. A couple, a ruby, a sapphire, an emerald. Those looks like they were just in there for like values sake as well
Sure.
as a few as well as she takes out a small gems, and she takes out a ring box. She says it's her engagement ring. Probably from Tilda that Lady Tabitha.
Nope. Who was this?
We lost Ro.
Oh, damn it.
There she goes.
Oh, she's back. Okay.
Lady Tabitha is a widow,
Mm-hmm.
so probably something she's kept after she replaced her wedding ring. Maybe it didn't they couldn't get a set to look right on her ring or her finger.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Yeah. So those are the things she takes out.
Would you terribly mind if we had Tilda examine these?
Of course. That's no problem at all.
I'll contact Tilda over the brooch. Tilda, would you mind joining some of us up in the bedroom in the house?
Tilda wants to say something, but bites it back and just, of course, darling. And will, levitate herself up there, I guess.
All right. I'll fill you in first, obviously. So on the cultists, we found that they are in fact dragon cultists, and were attacking. Were specifically targeting the lady and her daughter. Obviously, we do not know why they did not mention, but we were wondering if they were targeting the items that might have been in her possession. These are what were in her vault. Would you mind maybe identifying or detect magicking to see if any of these are of note?
Mm-hmm. Detect magic first.
Okay. Obviously, the wand is magical.
Mhm.
The tankard is also magical. So is the bone knife. Those are the 3 magical items you key in.
What schools of magic are coming off
The
them?
schools of magic are. Let me take a look. The tankard would be conjuration. The wand would be. I guess it would be. What school of magic would that be?
It sounded like you were going to say charm, which would be enchantment.
Enchantment. Oh, okay. Is enchantment. And the knife would be. I need to take a look at this. Give me a second. The knife is necromancy.
Of course it is.
Some necromancy isn't straight up bringing things back from the dead. Sometimes it's
Healing.
Yeah, it could be a heal knife.
It could be a resurrection knife.
I mean, if it's a resurrection knife, she should probably take it downstairs. But
Very true.
The DM finally got tired of me bitching about not being able to heal.
I'll start identifying things, also as rituals.
she could probably tell us
Wand
what
first.
they are.
Okay.
Oh, are we not believing her
The
then?
wand is a very common one you've encountered before. It's a wand of smiles.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. tankard next?
The tankard is a tankard of sobriety.
Yeah, I figured that's what that was.
Okay, what does that do?
So this tankard has a stern face on one side. You can drink wine, ale, or any non-magical alcoholic beverage poured into it without becoming inebriated.
Oh,
The
nice.
tankard has no effects on magical liquids or harmful substances such as poisons.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And the knife, please.
Okay, the knife.
This is the interesting one, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the only reason I didn't ask her what these were was because I figured she said, "Oh, well, they're just, family heirlooms and stuff." That she didn't.
Right.
She had no idea that she was holding magical items.
Okay. This.
Well, you might not know the pull.
Yeah, this magical item is known as. Magical item is known as a bone razor. This jagged bone knife seems, it. Just looking at it, Rain, because you're the knife expert.
Knife person.
Yeah, you're the knife person. Like, you would almost think this is a decorative piece because it looks like it's too thin and frail for combat. It looks like it could probably break if it like hit something solid in the body. But it is very sharp. If used on a helpless creature and that creature dies from the attack, the creature's flesh begins to peel off, and its bones animate as a skeleton under the command of the bearer of the razor. The creepy thing about it is the creature's flesh.
That wasn't the creepy thing?
The creature's flesh is not destroyed, but it decays at a steady rate.
Oh.
The bearer of
hate
the
it.
razor can spend 1 minute reattaching the flesh to the animate skeleton, which ends the necromantic magic and results in a normal corpse. Although,
Gross.
yeah. If the bearer uses the flesh to flunge and animate another creature's bones, the previous animated skeleton is immediately destroyed.
What?
Huh.
The
This is so weird. It's so weird.
Lady Tabitha is looking at you like expectantly because she's just like, okay. I don't know if Tilda shows any face of reacting to what she has just identified.
Yes, Tilda's face is
Like, why the fuck do you have this?
yes, basically. She's just like she's shook.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Kind of like this. Just like
appropriate.
Yep, that makes sense.
just like why? I will explain what it does to Zaitari and Rain over the brooch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, kind of pretend. I'd like to kind of maintain the illusion that maybe I'm still identifying it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. That's
Lady Tabitha,
Mm-hmm. Yes?
how did you come to be in possession of this knife?
Oh, that knife? That knife belonged to. How many greats are there? So it would have been my husband's great, 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 great for. Yes. Great, 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 great. Louis Loville at the time. He
great.
was
What?
grandfather.
There we go.
Sorry,
Thank you.
grandfather. Louis
uncle.
Laville. So let me put the name in chat.
Okay, interesting.
He was a he was a he was count of the region at one point before he had passed. He was a I'm not sure what I could tell. He was a diplomat. He often went to Rebur. He loved he loved sailing, though it was more of a hobby because of his noble stature.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Did he happen to have any unsavory rumors about him, maybe?
she looks. She like furrows her eyebrow. She like furrows her brows, and she starts to think. I. I mean, the worst thing about him is he was a taxidermist.
No.
Hmm.
No. Okay.
It's a hobby of his.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nope. Nope.
Interesting.
Why?
Interesting.
She looks very confused. Is there something wrong?
That's a very interesting knife that you have. But I don't
Is it
think...
cursed?
No, it's not cursed. It's just...
Not that we're aware, anyway.
Probably not the most ethical taxidermy.
She
I'm
looks.
sorry.
She looks horrified.
But,
Do you think that's why it?
no,
if the
I
dragon
do not think
cultists were
so.
looking for anything of yours, this would be it. But I agree with Zaitari. I don't think this is why.
And they did specifically want to kill you. So... I was simply concerned that maybe you might have had something that they wanted that they were just going to kill you for and then try to get the answers that they needed later. So,
Have you had any rows with anyone recently, darling?
Recently, well, she steeples her hands and tries to think. Well, I recently was in an argument with Lady Rada of the Paquette family. You know they're barons under your duchy, Tilda. But that was just because I didn't agree with their name choice for their next child. I don't think that would.
Tilda, do you know what other families were holding what is this, a Freedom Day party?
Victory Day party.
Victory Day.
Victory Day, okay. I couldn't remember. Any other families that were holding Victory Day parties? And if you have sending, potentially getting into contact with them, seeing if they also might have had any unfortunate events occur.
Do I know of any other Victory Day parties that were on a similar scale to this one?
You know that the Taubert family was gonna hold one, but theirs was gonna be like a week afterwards because the Duke had some business in another country and they were gonna postpone it until he came back. So
Okay.
so the Tobert families will be in about a week. Um, the Blanchettes were gonna hold one, but they canceled like last minute.
Mm-hmm.
There was some like date conflicts. And the other family that was gonna hold one was going to be the Dumont family, their family of knights. Theirs was going to be in a few days. So they weren't holding it on the same day. It's not uncommon because, nobles are very busy people. So,
Sure.
and staggering parties seemed like a good idea.
Hmm.
Maybe we should talk to Thanik about this. But I think we've exhausted all possibility of just trying to figure out why they were targeting you and your daughter.
Do you think, and she looks at you, Tilda, do you think it's a good idea if we ask, no, what do you think of the idea of staying with, the Allards in the meantime? Unless, she kind of gestures to the state of her house.
Hmm.
Then again, I don't want to put anybody in danger, but I want to protect my daughter as well.
I mean,
Hold on. Sorry, somebody was talking.
Rain was organized as well. I mean, these people originally tried to overthrow the queen. This is a celebration for defending her. The queen is supposed to protect her people. Sounds like this would be right up her alley. She has a 700-room castle. I'm sure there's some place you could be securely watched.
I would have to agree. I think the safest place would be in the palace.
Okay. I'll send her a message then. Hopefully she will understand. And, well, should be the best security. She looks down. I'm gonna take... She looks like a little wary at the bone knife now. I think I'm going to take the other items with me for now.
We can keep the bone knife in our vault for safekeeping.
Oh, that would be most welcome if you could do that.
Yes. Contacting the queen would be good.
Okay. I will contact her. Could you help me get down?
Oh, of course.
Thank you. Most appreciated.
I will levitate her down.
Okay. All right. She thanks you guys once again, and she just mentioned she's gonna go talk to Wednesday, and they're probably going to see what anything else they can find, while their message is en route to the queen. Aoife and Melanie, what are you guys doing while these guys are inside?
Just gonna be down helping the wounded. I'll try to see if anyone knows if any like priests or healers are nearby, and if so, try to send somebody out to like bring somebody over.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
Sir Randall, volunteers if anybody wants to go with them to. He knows there's a small town nearby that they could probably get a few healers. He knows there's a priest at the temple. That he could probably get in the meantime. Roll an insight check, Melanie.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Oh wow. Okay. He seems like he's looking for something to do.
Okay. Yeah.
He doesn't like you can kind of like relate. Like he doesn't like being like helpless. Like he wants to feel like he's doing something important at this point.
Yeah. Definitely feel that. I will try to find somebody who looks like young, hardy, and now wounded, and see if they'll go on this little jaunt with him. And I will find, if they don't have any weaponry, I'll find like swords and shields that had been, dropped in the scuffle.
Yeah, you can probably find a few.
Make sure they have, something to protect themselves on the road. Let them know that, if they see anything out there, that they need to just come back, not to be heroes, because, if there was something that had been with that group and had stuck behind for some reason,
Okay.
come back here. We could protect people better if they're in one place, and send them out in hopes that we can get some healing over here.
Okay. All right, sounds good. He will go out and do that. All right. While you guys are inside, Isadora actually comes by, and she says to you guys, so I just sent a message to Alexandria about what happened, and she wants to make sure that you guys keep the heads of the spellcasters. Maybe
Checks out.
Yeah, maybe we can get something out of them. All right, so you. Okay. All right. Isadora will go with probably somebody's help to go cut off some heads.
Mel will help with that. If
Okay.
she's not doing anything else, she can easily assist with that.
Yeah, she'll tell you, look, Alexandria wants us to cut off some heads to use that speak with dead spell just in case we can get something out of them. Aoife, where are you up to?
Once I have had my arms in the water for a little bit, I'll pull them out and I'll awkwardly kind of rip off what sleeves I have left to wrap my hands up.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to go over and kind of observe everything. I'm not going to talk to anybody because I don't really know anybody. But I'm going to stay nearby in case somebody needs help with something.
Okay. You see everybody's kind of like, most of the party goers have split off into like, their smaller cliques. You do see San. He's with his group. He's with the band that played earlier in the night, and you see him talking to all of them. They are fairly clearly shaken. Especially the dwarven woman they brought to sing with them. She looks younger than the rest of them, so she's clearly pretty shaken.
Yeah, I look like shit, so I'm not gonna go over there and upset her more.
Yeah. Um,
I'm in rough shape.
yeah. And you see Sand. He was burnt. He was burnt fairly. You know, a bit too. You see there's patches of his hair that are like have been burnt and are missing. It's gonna take a while for it to grow back. He's gonna wander if you don't make any motions of not accepting his company. You see some of the musicians, start talking to Nisfa, and he will notice you and make his way towards you. And he says, "That was certainly not the party I was expecting tonight."
No, that wasn't. I don't think any of us really expected that.
How are you holding up? And
I'll
he kind of mentions to your arms.
I'll unwrap one of them to show him. And it's probably like legitimately with the amount of fire damage, like exposed bone. You're real handy with that bow and arrow. I'll just wrap it up again real fast.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's years of practice. You see, like he's like, he kind of gives you the years and years of practice. Like Jesus Christ. I can probably he motions to your arms. Do you want me to help you with that?
I mean, yeah, I'll take it.
All right.
I'm kind of waiting for them to finish up in the house.
He's going to and you notice that you probably would have noticed, but he has changed his own arm wraps to a different set than you saw him fighting earlier. And he's like, "All right, hold still." You see him channel some of his ki, and he something akin to, and you've seen the spell, but he doesn't make any of the verbal or somatic components to it. But it's pretty much like he cast cured wounds on you. And he will give you he'll give you 16 hit points back, trying to at least patch up your arms.
I'm up to 62 hit points.
Just to at least relieve some of the burning. No problem.
I appreciate that.
No, it's no problem at all. They come in handy sometimes. Back in the village I used to live in, we had the monastery there was a particular craftsman who was very gifted with making items specifically for individuals like us. If you ever come by, you should, pay him a visit one day. Probably could make something for you.
Yeah. Where was this again? Sorry, I'm a little out of it. That was a lot that just happened.
The village I am from, and I will type it up in. I come from a village. It's named Chiang Rai. It's way. It was way south of here. It's an island on an island south of Rower, actually. So if you go to that village and you meet up with an individual, I'll type his name because I am garbage. He just simply goes by the name, and he's the only individual there. Aparsla. Then he'll hook you up. Just tell him you know me. He's a nice guy.
I appreciate that heads up. It's, I don't know what we're going to be doing next, but if we're going to be in that way, I'll see if we can make a pit stop over there. Because I could use a little bit of help sometimes, and it's better if I could make sure I have it in my pocket, basically.
Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah. I mean, I pretty much told him I needed a lot of help because I'll be traveling. Like, my companions aren't as combat heavy as I am, so
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. I mean, they're great at, their craft, but
Yeah, they're artists.
yeah. But yeah, go that way. And that's where some of my monastery folk, they hang out there too. So if I'm not around to, do a cultural education exchange, they're probably willing to also do it as well.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, and it's no offense to you, like personally. I don't really like monasteries, and unless I absolutely have to, I don't really go to them.
Fair. I see. All right.
Yeah, but you're cool. Get a dope ass bow.
Like I said, years
I
of
don't have a problem
practice.
with it. Yeah.
And you took down things, fairly well yourself. I mean,
that's that fighting style I was telling you about.
it is certainly very interesting. Very, and if you are willing to teach, I'm willing to learn.
I'm gonna work on strengthening it against fire too now, I guess.
Alright. I'm gonna go talk to the group and figure out where we're gonna be staying for probably the rest of the week. I don't want to push them too hard, especially when something like this just happened to them.
I'd invite you back to the keep, but it's not my keep. I can ask if you're gonna be around.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere anytime soon. I'll tell you that.
No. Yeah, give me like literally 2 seconds, and I'm gonna ask over the brooch to everybody. Hey, musicians don't got anywhere to go, and that little one, that dwarf girl, looks traumatized as fuck. Can they come back to the keep with us?
Of course. That's fine.
Yes, of course.
I give Santa a thumbs up. You guys can come to the keep.
He gives you a thumbs up. And if you're willing, I'll teach you, well, I can teach you how to do some of the stuff. If you want to do it with like a long range weapon or something. It doesn't have to be a longbow. I understand these things can be a little unwieldy.
Let's see if we can work out a sweet in between. I've got a dope ass whip back home.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't bring it with me because it's not formal wear. But maybe there's something we can meld our two styles and find something to do with that.
He looks at you and he says, "You might be interested in a weapon that my people have made. If you're interested in a whip."
I love the whip.
As a backup, he says, in case you can't bring the whip to formal occasions.
Is it one of those cool swords that it's a belt, and then when you pull it out, it's like, whoa, 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 but it's a whip?
Not exactly.
I got real excited. I like those long, wiggly swords. I don't see them very often.
What he essentially describes to you, do you know so you might know this already, Kay, but do you know what a rope dart is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he essentially describes that to you.
To describe it for those of us who have not heard of a rope dart.
So a rope dart, it's pretty much what it sounds like.
It's like a long chain with a dagger at the end, and you kind of swing it, and It's kind of like partway in between a whip and a thrown weapon.
Have you seen Scorpion's finisher? Get over here.
Yeah.
That's what he uses pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, he essentially describes what is a rope dart to you, and he says that's might be something you might be interested in.
Totally down for that.
Yeah, I can probably show you what it looks like and give you the dimensions for it because I do not. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much it. I do not have one on me right now because I'm not.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I don't. Most people don't carry rope darts on their person for a casual outing.
But I've seen some of my colleagues. What they do is what the ones made out of a chain. They use they make a metallic belt. I'm more of a sash person, as you can see.
Yeah, I mean, I wear whatever looks good, so I can make it work.
You probably could.
But I've got some fun ideas. I've got to ask the girls which of their boys is the boom man who makes the explosion go boom. Because I like this idea of getting a rope dart and then putting a contact explosive on the end.
That could be very interesting.
Which of them is the boom boy? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I feel like you would be able to know already that was Tegan. I feel like that takes about 5 seconds, and you're like,
I
oh,
don't
that man
think
knows
Aoife's made the effort
explosive.
to commit any names to memory yet.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. So you guys are gathering information, letting wayward musicians use your place. Tegan, not Tegan. Theo, so many why do I use all these T names? Theo.
Really?
I don't know why. I guess I like the letter T a lot.
To be fair, I came up with the Theo.
Yeah, that's true. But then I use Thane and Thanic and Tegan.
Speaking of Thanic, I did send you a
I
message.
did, and he will message you like hold on.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, he is sending people right away.
Okay.
They will get there as soon as they can. He says a few of their spellcasters might get there before they do, of course.
Okay.
But
Cool.
they're on their way as soon as possible. Theo's gonna find you, Tilda. And he says, "Are you doing all right? Other than kind of motions to the destruction around you."
Yes. I assume I'm okay and didn't inhale too much smoke from the outside.
Yeah, you kind of stayed around the outside, so you're okay, smoke inhalation wise.
Yeah. What about you, darling? Are you all right?
I'm perfectly fine. Thank you for the haste, by the way. That was it helped. I wasn't sure what to do at first, but I'm not used to being hasted. But shush. But looks like I might be busy for a while. If this really is Cult of the Dragon business, Alexandria is probably gonna want me and Iskin and Issa to I might call back Bryn to work on all of this, because we're dealing with this and possibly crystals again, and it just never stops. And
Oh man, are we gonna get the return of Bryn?
Apparently.
Oh, I thought this.
I grab one of Theo's hands and put it over a spot on my stomach where there's been some, the baby is kicking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or babies.
Or babies, I don't know.
All
But
7
I'm assuming it is one baby for right now. And there is, some kicking.
Mm-hmm.
And I just take a breath, dearest.
Thank you. I hope everything's fine when he or she or them arrive.
Me too. And it will be.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be. Roll an insight check, Tilda.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. He's thinking,
Hmm.
it won't be.
Jesus.
It's been a lot of crits tonight,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
He so wants to believe you.
Yeah.
He really does.
I give him a kiss. And I just kind of hold his hand.
Okay. All right. I think we can end it there tonight.